Okay, well, I'm going to continue the story that I started outside. Hopefully, all of you that were being my supportive audience will come back and join me again, or maybe I'll get a brand new supportive audience to listen to my story, my of vulnerability and magic and guidance from angels. Welcome back, Laura Sue. Hi, Erin. Rita is back. Osavia, thank you all for joining. Thank you for being with me this morning. I was making such a lovely outdoor video and my phone decided to die. I actually checked the battery right before I went outside and I thought I should have at least 20 minutes, but I don't think that was 20 minutes. So here we are again. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming back if you were watching me before, and thank you for joining in if you're joining in now. And whether you're watching me live or watching the replay, I just want to say this again. I am so grateful for each and every one of you who make me feel like I am living here on purpose. And I know you're not making me feel that way. I am. And yet having that reflection of people sharing that they're receiving benefit from my offerings really just means the world to me. And so this story that I'm about to share with you, that I started sharing outside and I brought in here, is about a time of vulnerability in my life and how this morning I reclaimed another piece of my magic and power and personal sovereignty. And I'm sharing it with you because I want all of you to have that same opportunity to fully stand in your own power and your sovereignty and to experience the magic that this world has to offer. So I was guided to take my two crystal quartz crystals, palm-sized quartz crystals, outside this morning. And when I walked outside with them, my intention was to ask for a miracle. Good morning, Hodai. I'm glad you got good rest, and nice to see you too, Kimberly. So my intention was to ask for a miracle. So I walked out to where I could see the sun shining. It's a very foggy, icy, frosty day here in Oregon today. And so I was looking at the sun barely shining behind the fog. And I had my crystals in my hands, and it took me back to a time 30 years ago in January when I was 15 years old, and I made it snow with my crystals. It was not snowy. I don't remember it even being icy like it is today. It was a clear, beautiful day with just a few puffy clouds on the far horizon. And I sat outside with my crystals and visualized the clouds gathering, filling up the sky over my head, and the big fluffy white flakes falling down. And then I left my crystals outside in a bowl of salt water, a glass bowl of salt water under the moonlight. And the next morning, guess what? The ground was covered with snow, and it was still snowing. The whole sky was full of clouds and the snow was coming down, just like I had visualized in my meditation. I was so excited and I wanted to tell everyone. And I wanted to go play in the snow. I had some friends that lived a couple miles from me, and I used to walk everywhere at that time. So I walked to see my friends and tell them how it snowed. And this was a family of three girls and a boy with a single mother. They lived in a trailer, and the two older daughters both had these boyfriends. We were all in high school, and the boyfriends were 19 from Oklahoma, and they had appeared from Oklahoma. I don't know how they met them, but they were staying with them at the time, and I was invited to spend the night. And so I went to sleep in this VW bus with the older daughter and her boyfriend. We were all just camped out in the back of the bus, and I thought we were all just sleeping. And in the middle of the night, the boyfriend pulled me over and took my virginity in a very sudden, unexpected way. And I was very, I was, I, at the time, I had been given the impression from the type of people that I was hanging out with that I should want to have sex at this time of my life. And I did not enjoy this experience, and yet I had this craving for someone to love me. And so then when this random stranger then left his girlfriend that was one of my friends and then came and professed that he was my boyfriend, I went along with it for about a month. I was hanging out with this guy and basically spending all of my Christmas money on gifts for him, at which point, when I was out of money, he left. And these two young men claimed to be witches that practiced black magic. And I was very naive. I didn't pay attention to this. And in the process of this time of spending a month with this very toxic, dark magic person, my two crystals that I had been practicing magic with and made it snow with, they were in my pocket. I had them everywhere with me at that time, and they were in my pocket. And this guy wanted to trade jackets with me one day. And so I let him wear my jacket and I wore his jacket. We both had these leather jackets at the time. And then when I got my jacket back, the crystals were broken in the pocket. And so after this guy left, after this whirlwind experience, and he left and took all of my money in the process, took my virginity, and left me there going, whoa, what happened? And I had these broken crystals and I got scared. So I did not practice magic for a very, very, very long time. And I started reclaiming this about, was probably in 2014, 2015, I guess it might have been 2013, somewhere in those early mid-teens. I started reclaiming my crystal magic. And then it's interesting, I actually did some with my last boyfriend that I was deeply and passionately in love with. But now today, what's exciting to me, why I wanted to share this whole story with you, is because when I went outside today with my two crystals, I was gifted a renewal of my innocence, a purification, and a renewal of my magical crystal abilities, which I was then intuitively guided to utilize crystal healing on my own physical, spiritual, energetic body, and invited to play with the magic. And then I was invited to integrate this crystal magic into my offerings, which I'm really excited about because this was one of my first gifts that I explored as a young woman, and I have not shared it with anyone in the way that I'm talking about doing it now. I have been utilizing crystals, kind of just having them nearby when I do healing work. Sometimes I'm guided to bring crystals into my healing, but I'm now going to bring them in as a part of my offering to all of you and as a part of all of my upcoming classes and trainings. So I will be offering a video course that's starting in February and a transformational facilitator course in March, and we will be doing crystal healing. And so to start this off, so I'm going to post the picture. I took a photo. I was going to show you when I was outside. I was actually next to where I set my altar up because I was guided in this process of my spontaneous crystal healing to put these crystals into my prayer water that I keep on my altar and pray with in the morning, and to put it outside overnight and then drink it in the morning. And then as I was gathering this together, I was also guided to add a pinch of Hawaiian salt, which was blessed by my Hawaiian auntie who passed several years ago. And this salt and kukui nut that she had blessed came to me after her passing, that she had gifted to my family before. And so I keep that on my altar as well. And there's a pinch of that in the water. And it's sitting on my outdoor altar right now, being blessed by the elements and creating that magic that I created with the elementals and within my own being, and the purification and reconnecting to my innocence and my true gifts that are now going to come forth for all of you. And so tomorrow I am going to offer, tomorrow morning when my water is ready to enter my body, I am going to offer all of you a special prayer healing service with my own magic imbued, and share this healing gift with all of you. And when this new group opens next month, part of the offering along with the class will be a monthly group healing. And now I know that this is also going to include crystal healing. And I am just so excited to be sharing this with all of you, this special earth magic that I was gifted with, and the sense of power, empowerment that I feel right now, the layers of grief that I released this morning that I didn't even know I was still carrying. It is such a powerful vibration. And so thank you so much for witnessing me this morning. And I really look forward to sharing more with you tomorrow. I actually have only a partial idea of what tomorrow's ritual healing is going to look like, but you won't want to miss it if you're available tomorrow morning. Let's say around this same time, or maybe when it might be earlier. I'm sorry, I will announce the time because I don't want to commit myself to a exact time right now. So it may be that you'll just have to be divinely guided to show up at the right moment. But I will, if I choose a time or when I know, I will pre-post so you all can jump on. But know that I will be coming on tomorrow morning to do a very special Sunday service to all of you of crystal healing magic, and I'm really looking forward to that. And and just having this renewed sense of sovereignty is imbuing all of my offerings with extra power. So if you are looking for personal healing and transformation, if you would like to step into your sovereignty in a more powerful way and unleash your gifts, please do reach out to me and let's make a time to connect and see what that would look like for you, because it is amazing from over here. Oh, I love you all so much. Many, many blessings. Breathe in the light. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.